A big point of conversation out of this tragedy is the difference between how a private school like Covenant and a public school are able to respond to shootings like this. In this case, Covenant didn't have a school resource officer on campus. So joining me now is Micahel Tabman, a former FBI agent. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So we're seeing a lot of surveillance coming out every minute now, just of how easily the suspect got into the school through some glass doors. So how do private schools approach security differently than, for say, a public school?
Other than what resources might be available to them through the public funding, such as you said, a school resource officer, the challenge is the same. It's looking at what the facility, in this case, a school, what services it's providing versus what's an applicable level of security, an appropriate level. We have kids coming and going. We want school to be an enriching environment, free of fear, not where they're worried about every move they make because of ultra security. And we have to balance that, just like in a grocery store or any other retail store. People want to come and go with some sense of freedom, not be stopped and frisked. How much do we want to subject little kids to? So it's finding that balance.
And there's talks of gun reform, and anything with Congress will, of course, take a while. But you said that this shouldn't impact, how we live our lives or do things moving forward. But what can schools do after this tragedy to better protect their students that they might not have to go through red tape for?
Right, so a number of things school could do, especially a private school that may not have to go through the same red tape. People always ask me, should we arm the teachers? And my answer to that is no. My wife was a teacher, and I can tell you if she was armed, she had to be armed, she would have left. And it wouldn't have been a good situation. She's just not cut out for that. That's not what teachers do. They're caretakers. They're not police officers. Do you want to have armed individuals, those who are trained? That's an option. But you have to make sure they're trained. And anytime there's a presence of a weapon in the school, there's a danger. We hear all the time from responsible gun owners leaving their guns unsecured and a kid getting hold of it. So that's a risk in and of itself. And it's a matter of how are they going to respond and take care of the kids and interact with the police who are coming into a hostile situation. The best way to do it, of course, is to secure ingress into the school, as this school tried to do. Right? They have locked doors, they had a side entrance. But we have to look at the vulnerabilities. Go around your school and say, okay, what is this entrance or exit needed for? Is it an emergency exit that we have to keep open? Is it a door that maybe we should just permanently secure and maybe take out any windows or glass? How do you get into the school? Can we see you coming? Are there cameras on the side? This was a side entrance, cameras in the front. That could help. But is someone monitoring that camera 24/7, meaning during the time the school is open? So you have to look at what hardware can we do to harden the target. As we know, we call schools a soft target, as they are. How can we harden it effectively and one that will work? Putting in doors with a lot of locks that no one's ever going to lock and leave open because it's too difficult to get in and out. That's not effective. Having cameras that are never monitored, that's not effective. So you have to sit down as an entity, teachers, administrators, police officers, first responders, and come up with a plan that makes sense. What will minimize the chance of someone breaking into the school and committing this havoc?
Certainly a lot of different aspects to weigh here in a really troubling situation. Former Special FBI Agent Micahel Tabman, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.